Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to the LEAD MENT-OPINE Session. Before we begin the session, let me give you a brief introduction of what LEAD is. LEAD is an acronym for Leadership Enrichment for Adolescents through Assessment and Development. Its vision is nurturing new generation leaders and mission is fostering leadership amongst adolescents by providing opportunities to discover, develop, demonstrate their unique abilities for creating and sustaining ethical leadership in society. After 3 years of intense research by a team of psychologists, the LEAD framework was developed. This framework is based on the positive youth development framework of Richard Lerner. So the 4C model that you are currently seeing on your screen that shows the confidence, character, collaboration, and competence. This is the model that LEAD has developed, and all our programs are basically focused on this LEAD 4C model. LEAD was started in 2013 and it has already extended its programs to more than 30,000 students. Most of these programs are currently going on in the virtual variant as well. So currently we have the LEAD Awards program that is going on. This is a leadership development program and is one of the most awaited events that is organized every year since 2013. This program is for students of 8th to 12th grade where students from all over India from different schools compete on one platform. Students go through 6 different stages that challenges them to develop various skills and gives real life exposure. Here are some glimpses from the LEAD Awards ceremony that we have. So every year in LEAD Awards ceremony, we have eminent guests, prominent leaders from various fields who share their experience with our students. This year as well, we will be having a surprise leadership interaction with students. I'll also share the details of that with you at the end of this session. But moving forward with some other programs that LEAD has, we also have the currently virtual TeenOpine session going on. TeenOpine is a platform that is for the students, by the students, and of the students, wherein students share their opinions, views, and ideas. It is a completely free program, and students from anywhere can join. Students themselves decide the topic on which they want to talk. They host the session, and the entire debate is continued in the session. Currently, we are here for the LEAD MENT-OPINE session. So I welcome you all. And MENT-OPINE is a series of webinars for the parents, teachers, and educators. The MENT-OPINE sessions are held on every Sunday, and we will be having experts interacting with you all on certain unconventional themes and topics. So to discuss today's topics, we have with us Poonam ma'am. Miss Poonam Kamdar, she has a psychology background and possesses a deep insight into human behavior. She is counseling psychologist and trained from NCRT Delhi with a vast 22 years of experience in school setups. She is a certified trainer of Skills for Adolescents program. She has consultant Times of India and ex-panelist for talk shows for All India Radio. Welcome, ma'am. We are very glad to have you here with us once again, and I would now request you to take over the stage.
Thank you, Shambi. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. It's a great pleasure and an honor to be here again and address the students, teachers, parents, and whosoever is interested in the self-development on this particular platform. Now, today's topic is anger management. I mean, it's handling emotions, and specifically, I've tried to cover up anger as a part of it. Now, yesterday only, I met a parent, and she shared with me that my ward is showing a lot of anger outbursts. I don't know how to handle that. And this has taken place since since the past 3-4 months. It is quite observant in him. She was totally clueless of how to handle, though she knew the causes, but then she did not know how to handle the things and all. So that is the time when I really thought of incorporating this as an example and try to share a lot of things related to how to manage anger, which is a negative emotion, we say, but then, yes, it is full of energy. So can I have the slide, please? Okay. Now, it is very well said that anger can be a very expensive luxury. Why? Because the person who is showing anger and who is not only just showing anger, but in fact, the people who are in and around him, who are facing his wrath of anger, they all are in a deep problem. So if I say that anger is a human emotion that is experienced by all people, though it is a negative one, the reasons can be a hurt, a trauma in the past, or a feeling that someone has mistreated the person, or it could be any a lot of other reasons. Maybe the because of the poor scholastic performance or low self-esteem. A lot of reasons are there which leads to anger. Now, if I talk about anger and try to break it down, like what could be the real meaning, why, and all the etiology and other things and all, I would like to say that anger, it is a very temporary feeling. It is not that a person is angry every time, most or all the time, but it can be most of the time. It is a temporary feeling which has to do with the body, the mind, and the brain. The three things are all associated when a person is angry. And apart from this thing, the anger, the feeling of anger can vary in intensity. It can be mild irritation. You will find people in and around yourself who are showing mild irritation, or some of them are showing extreme rage, or many of them are showing annoyance, and some of them are getting aggressive. So the degree varies from person to person. Then there are certain chemical changes which are taking place in our brain, in our when a person is getting angry, and the person, which is preparing a person to either fight, flight, or freeze. These are the three major responses shown by a person. And these brain chemicals which are taking place in our body, which are experienced by the body as stress, we call them adrenaline and cortisol. So the heartbeat starts going up, or the blood flows faster, and muscles get tensed up, or it leads to the arousal of the autonomic nervous system also. I'll not go deep into the biology part, because what I mean to say over here is a lot of chemical imbalances are taking place, and which need to be rectified, to be checked and corrected, or else this anger can have a devastating effect on all of us. Next slide, please. So, if when we talk about the consequences of anger, Buddha has rightly said, if you can see on the screen, that when you hold, no one has tried to hold a coal in their hands, but if you are holding a anger, holding a coal, a piece of burning coal, you can compare it with anger. It is like holding a piece of coal, burning coal, and you want to throw it at someone, but firstly, it's you who's going to get hurt or burned. So anger, this means, this says that anger, if you are getting angry, you are the person who's going to suffer first than the people who are in and around you. So if we talk about the consequences of anger, it works on four dimensions, that is physical, social, mental, and behavioral. Physical, I've already shared. Your heartbeat will go up. You will have muscle. You will have contraction, expansion of muscles. Your eyes will go red, and you will feel very, very irritated. And in fact, you'll feel as if your entire body is not in your control. So then second part, that is social. Of course, when you're angry, no one wants to be in company of a person who cannot control his emotions, or who gets angry at small instances. Few weeks back, I had a student who was referred by the parent, and it said he's not able to make friends. Why? Because everyone says that he fights, he gets angry over small issues. Like if you have to divide or have a team, he wants to be in a particular team only, and he wants to do the batting always. So he cannot adhere to the rules also. And if the things goes beyond his wishes, he gets angry, he starts throwing tantrums, and then not only that, he starts hitting and uses abusive language. So social aspects, so no one wants to be friendly with him. They want to maintain distance, so he's almost alone with almost no people in and around. So it is affecting the social part also. And not only that, not only that, it affects the family members also, in the sense like the parents who are, or the siblings who are facing the wrath of his anger, kab bhai ko mere gussa aa jayega, kab wo kya cheez tod dega, or the mother is feeling कि अगर मैंने इसके पसंद का खाना नहीं बनाया तो गुस्से में प्लेट पटक देगा. So these are the things which bothers everyone, because being a social animal, I think we all have to uh, adhere to the norms of what is expected of us out of inner society. Then mental, if I talk about the mental part, yes, it gives you a lot of tension, and again, you don't know, you are not able to see the things with clarity, you're not able to do the judgment, you're not able to cope with the things with a positive with a positive insight. Let's say I would like to share here the example of a lady who had come over to me last week, and she said that, I mean, I don't know what happened to me. I had a real fight with my spouse, and I could not manage with the things and all. I spoke very ill words, and in fact, we got into an altercation, and I got really furious. And ultimately, I realized that all the things, whatever I'm doing all mechanically right now. I'm not able to pay attention. I don't know why I'm cooking. What am I doing? So my mind is totally very heavy, and I am not able to concentrate on anything. इनफैक्ट मेरे मन में ऐसे थॉट्स आ रहे हैं कि why am I surviving it all? So that could be a traumatic experience, and it takes a toll on your mental health as well. Then the behavioral part, yes, when we don't have the control, when we don't know, in anger, we are full of energy, and we don't know what is right. We cannot make a judgment between what is right or wrong. We just want to release that gush of energy with which we are fulfilled. जो हमारे अंदर इतनी ज़्यादा energy आ गई है, उसको बस किसी तरह से निकाल देना चाहते हैं, and which is very clearly manifested in behavioral aspect. हम कुछ बोलना शुरू कर देते हैं, which is unlikely of me. I start using abusive language. I start throwing the things here, or I may do something which is again not socially desirable. I may bang the door, which is not the norm of my house, or I may take some other steps which is unlikely and unexpected of me. So the consequences of anger is really harsh on me and the people who are significant in my life. Next slide, please. So when I talk about all these things, I would like to share here one more thing, that there are three basic ways in which people generally deal with anger. मतलब मैं, आप, कोई और है, हम इन तीनों में से ही कोई एक तरीका अपनाते हैं एंगर को एंगर को हैंडल करने का. Like if I'm angry, I'll be involved in stuffing, escalating, or managing. Now, you must be wondering, what is the stuffing all about? Is it a stuffed toy or something? No. Stuffing is कि you frequently swallow your anger. आप अपने अंदर डालते जा रहे हैं, or you're not allowing yourself to experience anger. The problem is that the anger may build towards retaliation, resentment, or explosion. एक दिन प्रेशर कुकर की तरफ जैसे सीटी वो करके अगर आप रिलीज नहीं होने देंगे प्रेशर, और वो एकदम से ब्लास्ट करता है, that is going to be the situation here. But most of us do it, and we think we are doing the right thing, because we think that it's not good to express our anger. तो हम, और कई बार situations भी नहीं होती, family conditions भी नहीं होती, situations में मतलब अगर हम job कर रहे हैं तो I cannot release my anger on anyone. So I keep on stuffing, and a day comes when I just can't handle anymore. Second is escalating. Escalating is, it's just the opposite of stuffing. Stuffing में आप अंदर लेते जा रहे हैं, escalating में आप बाहर निकाल देते हैं. You let your anger out. You're not holding anything. सामने कोई भी है, आपको गुस्सा आ गया और आपने कुछ भी बोल दिया, कुछ भी कर दिया. That is the thing. So the problem is that this is actually, after that you have to bear the residual effect of anger. Not only you, but the people who are in and around you. The third part is managing anger, which very few of us know about it. कुछ हम जानते भी हैं, तो उसकी प्रैक्टिस की अगर हम बात करें तो वी आर प्रैक्टिसिंग ओनली अ पार्ट ऑफ इट. पढ़ते हैं, सुनते हैं, वीडियोस देखते हैं, एंगर मैनेजमेंट, ओह इस सेशन में हमने अटेंड किया था, हमें टिप्स बताई थी, 2 दिन किया, उसके बाद आई डोंट नो वेयर इट हैज गॉन. So we know about it, but the thing is we don't practice. But managing anger is the way when you are expressing your anger in a very appropriate, socially appropriate way. It is a very healthy way of expressing your anger. In fact, the energy that I've told you earlier, that you're full of energy when you get angry. This energy is used in a lot of constructive way. Next slide, please. Then we have another thing I would like to tell you about anger is that anger can be healthy or unhealthy anger. Like when you're using verbal abuse, you're fighting with someone, you're hitting, kicking, punishing, or getting destructive, then this is unhealthy anger. Now, when we are angry, what happens is we may indulge ourselves in self-destructive behavior. हम अपना नुकसान खुद ही कर लेते हैं. Now, that self-destructive behavior is not going to help anyone for that matter. Like what we do is what type of self-destructive behavior is in which we get involved is negative self-talk. हाँ ये तो ऐसे ही होगा, हाँ मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ, मैं क्या करूँ, मैं तो कंट्रोल ही नहीं कर पाता, I mean सिचुएशन ही ऐसी थी, क्या करूँ मैं. That negative self-talk. I'm born like this. हाँ मेरे दोस्त भी यही कहते हैं, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. So this is negative self-talk. Then taking everything personally. That is here like अपने ऊपर हर चीज ले लेना कि कुछ भी हुआ है तो इसका कारण मुझे ही समझा जाएगा, तो इसलिए like I'm getting. Or what I do is I start eating beyond my capabilities, beyond my limits, and later on if I'll try to find out, then I'll say, oh इतना सारा मैंने खा लिया था. गुस्से में पता ही नहीं चलता कि वो मैंने क्या किया, कहाँ खाया, क्या किया. I mean, I'm not able to identify, I'm not able to pay attention to it. Then another thing what I do is like I look for opportunities to get angry. वहां कुछ लड़ाई हो रही है कि अब वो ऐसा करेगा तो मैं ये कहूंगी. I mean, my plan is all going in that particular direction. And wherever there is an opportunity to fight, I will leave all the important tasks aside. और मैं सबसे पहले वहां जाकर के अपनी लड़ाई में इन्वॉल्व होऊंगा, because वो मेरे दिमाग में बार बार चल रही है. One more important characteristic of such people is that we start blaming. भाई क्या करूं, उसने ऐसा मुझे किया था, तुमने मुझे कहा ना, तब मैंने तुम्हें ऐसा किया था, वरना मेरे को क्या हुआ था, इसमें मेरी तो कोई गलती ही नहीं थी. तो this is another thing which is very self-destructive in as far as behavior part is concerned. Next slide, please. So if I have a look like at all these things, they're doing a lot of havoc to myself. And when I get angry, I indulge in some behavior which is again not socially desirable. As we all, I mean, we all know all these things. What we do is we hit, push, hold or threaten the person. बिल्कुल हिला देते हैं, shake कर देते हैं. सिबलिंग राइवलरी का एक बड़ा रिसेंट केस है, उसमें मैं बताती हूँ क्या. वो बच्चे ने उसकी गर्दन ही पकड़ ली छोटे भाई की. इतना गुस्सा आ रहा था क्योंकि उसने उसके कलर्स एक दो ऑयल पेस्टल से काम किया होगा, तो एक दो टूट गए. He got so angry, he hit him by his neck and he was almost choking. So पता नहीं चलता हमारे अंदर जब ये एनर्जी इतनी आती है, हम गुस्से में कर क्या रहे हैं. और another don't that is very much to be kept in mind is हम चिल्लाते हैं. सिर्फ सोचते हैं कि when we are shouting, there are people who will pay attention to me and they will do anything to please me. Then when I'm making faces, when someone is getting angry or I'm getting angry, I'm making faces and making fun of others or swearing by the name, अब तुम ये करके देखना तब मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ. अच्छा इतनी हिम्मत. Like we use young children, especially the adolescents, they get habituated of using these words. At times they don't mean it, but the thing is they have developed a habit of speaking such. So we get stuck in the past also. पहले इसने मुझे ऐसा कहा था तो आज तो मेरे को ये करना है. I mean, I'm trying to, instead of living in present, whatever has been the past experience, I'm trying to relate with that and trying to do my actions accordingly, rather than focusing on the present part. Then interruptions. Someone is getting angry, I'm interrupting the person in between. Yeah, कई बार मैं as a this thing, teachers have been sharing a lot regarding this. In an argument, we all know there is no one as a winner. Argument में both the people are losers. So what I will do is, if I'm angry and if I want to have my say every time कि last word तो मेरा ही होना चाहिए, तभी मेरी जीत होगी. मतलब मैंने अपना गुस्सा दिखाकर दूसरे के ऊपर काबू कर लिया है, which is again a very not an appropriate behavior. Like it's like have to win every battle. कहीं पे कुछ भी वो हुआ हो, लड़ाई झगड़े की बात हो रही है, तो I have to be the winner in every aspect. चाहे fist fighting हो, चाहे verbal altercations हो. So that is my psyche when I get angry. So be very careful. Remember these don'ts that I have shared with you, so that you do not get involved in such things, and have a positive this thing, or do something constructive when anger is trying to be there with you. Please, next slide, please. Now, for this, if I talk about constructive this thing, I have shared earlier 3 parts. Like that was the last one was management. When I talk about anger management, anger management, it is a process in which a person is very much open, honest, and direct, and he tries to direct his energies in a positive direction. The focus is on the specific behavior कि आज मुझे इस बात पे गुस्सा आया, ये क्या हुआ था इसमें. My focus is 100% on that, and see that what has triggered that anger today, and try to manage it and try to channelize the increased or the heightened level of energy that I am facing. How will it help me? I mean, I'm concerned about myself, so it is going to help me in a lot of ways. Like, it is going to enhance my energy levels, it is going to enhance my communication skills. I'll be able to have good interpersonal relations with other people. Then my physical and mental health will also be improved, and my self-esteem will automatically go up. And the best part is, I will be able to direct my energies in positive direction that I've planned out for. If you're a student, maybe you've thought about reading a chapter and making notes of it, but अगर आप गुस्से में अगर मैनेज नहीं कर पा रहे, अपने गुस्से को मैनेज नहीं कर पा रहे, तो आपका दिन खराब हो जाएगा. I've seen so many people who get very angry with their parents, adolescents and all, and they say कि नहीं, आपने उस दिन मेरे को promise किया था पापा कि आप मुझे वो चीज दिलाएंगे. Because of certain reasons, father is not able to buy that thing. You get so angry, you waste 3 or 4 days. ये मैं exam ही नहीं देता, मैं अच्छे से पढ़ूंगा ही नहीं. आपने मेरा promise नहीं पूरा किया. This is I'm sharing a very live example. For here, I would like to say a simple message to everyone, especially the students. Of course, it is your life. But at the same time, try to understand the situation and take responsibility of your actions. If you're wasting a day of your life, just devoting it to anger, that means you are making anger your priority. उस चीज से हटें और हट करके अपना फोकस और अपनी एनर्जी लगाएं, पढ़ाई में लगाएं, कोई स्किल सीखने में लगाएं. I say that lockdown period is a boon, at least in some aspects. You have so many channels. If you open YouTube and all, you'll find that you can learn a lot of things online, and most of the things, or at times it is free also. So go ahead and learn. So channeling your energy, have that reservoir of energy rather than wasting it, allowing it go down the drain via anger. So how we can manage our anger? So here it comes. Write in a diary. कहते हैं कि डायरी एक short pencil is better than a long memory, and it use it to reduce your anger. हमेशा एक लिखने का, I'm sharing this is a tried thing by my students, by my clients, and by myself also. Whenever you are angry, rather than putting yourself or sharing or throwing your energy or wasting your energy in arguments, you get hold of a diary. बल्कि एक डायरी बना लो इसी पर्पस के लिए. I have a thick diary for this purpose, and half the pages are all over. भाई कॉमन सी बात है, मुझे भी गुस्सा आता है, सिचुएशंस ऐसी होती हैं, but the thing is, मेरा उसका रिफ्लेक्ट करने का या उस चीज को हैंडल करने का तरीका अलग हो जाता है. What I do is I'll catch hold of a pen and I'll start writing. जो मेरे thoughts आ रहे हैं, I'll start writing कि क्यों हुआ, क्या है, whatever. And I may cry also at times, because गुस्से में क्या होता है, हमें गुस्सा आ रहा होता है, helplessness भी हो जाती है. So let the drops, some tear drops come. That's not a problem. Once you have written it down, you will feel very comfortable. Spend some time. थोड़ी देर relax कर लो, सो जाओ. एंड देन आफ्टर दैट व्हेन यू गेट अप, ऐसा लगेगा जैसे मौसम साफ नहीं हो जाता आफ्टर बारिश के बाद, बिल्कुल खुला खुला आसमान लगता है, यू फील सो गुड एंड you will feel good about one more thing, that is you had a control over yourself. आप अपने ऊपर कंट्रोल कर पाए और आपने अपने एंगर को वेस्ट होने नहीं दिया, किसी और पे गुस्से में नहीं निकाला, क्योंकि अदरवाइज हमें क्या आता है, हमें जब हम गुस्सा किसी और पे निकाल देते हैं या कोई और तरीके से निकालते हैं तो वी फील गिल्टी अबाउट इट, तो वो फीलिंग नहीं आएगी बिल्कुल. यू विल फील मोर पावरफुल दैट आई एम एबल टू take out my anger in a better way, in a socially desirable way. Next, please. One thing, another thing that comes out to my mind is anger lock. It is quite a bit similar to writing a diary, but it's different also, because here we have certain things that we have to keep in mind. मतलब पहले तो सबसे पहले एंगर लॉग है क्या? इट्स लाइक लॉग बुक्स आप लोगों ने देखी होंगी, काफी लोगों ने, जहाँ पे रजिस्टर में 1 2 3 4 डिस्क्रिप्शन, स्टूडेंट्स नेम, एक्टिविटीज एंड ऑल सच थिंग्स आर मेंशन्ड. सो ये दिस इज एन एंगर लॉग, जहां पर हम लिखेंगे अपना हमने क्या क्या किया. I'll share the parameters with you and a sample also after this. So why it is important to maintain an anger log? Because it is a very important tool for awareness of anger feelings and responses. कहते हैं ना, हमें एक अवेयरनेस जब क्रिएट होती है, जब हम शांत बैठते हैं तो हमें पता चलता है हमें गुस्सा आ रहा है, मतलब एक अवेयरनेस है, नहीं तो पता ही नहीं चलता कब गुस्सा आया है. अवेयर करो, फील करो कि अभी मैं गुस्सा आने वाला, लोगों को तो ये तक पता चल जाता है कि अब मुझे गुस्सा आने वाला है. Get into that habit of knowing what things makes you angry. और उसमें किस तरह की आपकी फीलिंग्स होती हैं, अंदर आपको क्या लगता है. Do you feel like crying? Do you feel like shouting? Do you feel like maybe you're feeling hurt? और कई बार ऐसा होता है, गुस्सा तब आता है, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक स्टूडेंट ने अपना काम किया, किसी और ने सी कॉपी मांग के कॉपी करके पहले सबमिट कर दिया, you'll get very angry. या फिर someone has borrowed your notes and written very beautiful answers, अपने नाम से सारा दे दिया, या ग्रुप में आपने कोई काम किया, क्रेडिट सारा अपने आप ले लिया जबकि काम आपने किया था. These are small small things that makes you angry, right? तो these are the feelings, jealousy, hatred, ये सब क्लब्ड हमारे साथ साथ हो जाती हैं, तो और साथ साथ हमें निकल, मतलब ये these are the feelings I am experiencing when I am getting angry. और रिस्पॉन्सेस कैसे हैं? रिस्पॉन्सेस में फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं उससे बात करनी बंद कर दूंगी, या फिर आई विल नॉट शेयर माई नोट्स नेक्स्ट टाइम, और वो फोन करेगा या बात करने की कोशिश करेगा मुझे कुछ भी, तो मैं ऐसा आंसर दे दूंगी वेयर आई एम नॉट, आई एम शोइंग एन एटीट्यूड ऑफ नॉनशलेंस, दैट इज एटीट्यूड ऑफ इंडिफरेंस, एज इफ यू डोंट एग्जिस्ट फॉर मी, बिकॉज मैं वो एक्सपीरियंसेस दोबारा नहीं फील करना चाहती जिसके कारण मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम आई थी. Then self-observation will make you very good at understanding, or creating an awareness about what things makes you feel angry. Now, certain things that are to be kept in mind while maintaining the anger log is the date. किस दिन गुस्सा आया, किस समय आया, 12:40 पर गुस्सा आया. सिचुएशन क्यों आया, क्योंकि उसने मेरे से आज फिर कॉपी मांगी थी. इमोशनल अराउजल, कि मेरे को कितना गुस्सा आया, हमें पता चल जाता है कि हम कितना गुस्से में आ रहे हैं, तो एक 1 से 10 का कोई स्केल बना लो एक मेंटली करके, या फिर 1 to 5, उसमें अगर कम गुस्सा आया तो 1 2 3 4, ये तो नोटिस में ही नहीं आ रहा, 7 पे आ गया, बियॉन्ड 7 आ रहा है, जस्ट मेंशन इट ओवर देयर. देन अग्रेसिव बिहेवियर, एकदम से मैं आई गॉट अप फ्रॉम माय सीट एंड आई टुक अप माय फोन एंड रोट अ वेरी मीन मैसेज टू माय फ्रेंड, क्योंकि मुझे उस दिन के पुराना वाला से ट्रिगर्ड ऑफ हो गई थी सारी चीजें. तो अग्रेसिव बिहेवियर किस किस तरीके का है उसको भी स्केल पे मेंशन कर लो. आज बहुत ज्यादा आया, मन किया कि लाइक इफ ही इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी आई हिट हिम, और एटलीस्ट लेट मी राइट सम abusive language for use some abusive language for him. So these are the things that are to be noted when you're maintaining a anger log. Please, next slide. This is a sample of the anger log, like situation that trigger the same thing that I've told you, your thoughts, your behavior, your anger rating and outcome. इसमें एक आउटकम में एक चीज आ जाती है कि इससे अगर आउटकम में एक रिफ्लेक्शन और होता है, तो ना जब हम गुस्से में होते हैं तो हमारा रैशनल माइंड इतना काम नहीं करता है, बट अगर हम कोशिश करेंगे तो हमारी रैशनैलिटी वापस आ सकती है. इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ प्रैक्टिस, कि अगर मैंने ये किया और ऐसा हुआ तो क्या क्या दूसरों के ऊपर क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा. but in the sample you are supposed to be filling up कि your outcome of your behavior कि क्या रहा. मम्मी गुस्सा हो गई कि आधे घंटे से फोन पे लगे हुए हो, पता नहीं क्या कर रहे हो. पापा उधर से गुस्सा हो गए, पढ़ाई लिखाई नहीं करते हो, we are spending so much. I mean, these are the common statements that we keep on hearing. And secondly, your ma'am is sending a message in the group again and again, you haven't submitted your work. So outcome is your energy got deviated, you got distracted, and then you are not able to give your 100%. तो इससे सबको फर्क पड़ा, ultimately और गुस्सा मेरा बढ़ गया. So I'm going to mention it in the sample of anger law. You know, the entire purpose of this activity is, you must be wondering, ma'am, इतना time कहाँ होता है? Parents may also think अपना काम ही नहीं करते पढ़ाई का, how will they manage this thing? See, wherever you're devoting your attention, your energy will 100% go in that direction, and vice versa. अगर आप anger को control करना चाहते हैं, तो this log will help a lot. At least you will come to know once you study that what are the situations. अरे ये situation, 4 situation एक जैसी है, तो ये मतलब this is a alarming situation, I have to be very careful about it. और इस समय मैंने ऐसा किया था, ओहो हो, तो I need to be careful about it. So you will get a very good idea, and consciously you'll be working towards reducing your anger. Next slide, please. Then after that, we have some more ways. That one of the ways is think before you act. But कई बार you may question that, ma'am, हम तो सोच ही नहीं पाते क्योंकि गुस्से में इतना गुस्सा आ जाता है. With practice and self awareness, गुस्से की frequency भी कम होगी और साथ साथ आपकी rationality भी बढ़ेगी. Then ask yourself this question after filling up that log, that क्या ये सच में जायज था गुस्सा? मैंने छोटे भाई को एकदम से उसके कान मरोड़ दिए. I mean, and he got because I was angry. See, ask क्या जरूरी था गुस्सा? क्या मैं इसके बिना भी काम चल सकता था? Think, spend some time over it. And 4 days back, one of the parents, they have got a punching bag for the kid after my seeking my suggestion. I said आप इसको punching bag लगा करके दो और जब गुस्सा आए इसके ऊपर मारना है. तो that is one way of taking out the energy. You know, हमारे अंदर इतनी energy होती है, उसको हम बाहर तो आजकल इतना निकल नहीं पा रहे हैं. Afternoon में especially it's very hot, और social distancing वगैरह भी ध्यान में रखनी है due to corona times. तो क्या है, hitting a pillow or a cushion, उससे आप hurt भी नहीं feel करेंगे, but आपकी energy भी निकल जाएगी. One more good way is throwing safe items into a container. मतलब पर्पस ये है किसी एक्टिविटी में एंगेज हो जाओ ताकि गुस्से से थोड़ा ध्यान हमारा हट जाए. Putting the items one by one in a container, but then carefully, थोड़ा फोकस करते हुए, like putting all the colors in a particular container, or all the pencils in a particular container, something like that. और अलमारी में थोड़ा सामान सेट कर रहे हैं तो एक बड़ी सी टोकरी ली है, इसके अंदर आई एम सेटलिंग all my scarves over there, बाद में जब all my socks over there, so when I see it later on I'll be happy also कि मैंने कुछ काम कर लिया, प्रोडक्टिव काम कर लिया. Go for a walk, but अगर आपको situation allow नहीं करती, don't go for a walk. One thing that really works is in lieu of a walk is doing some exercises at home. वीडियो चलाओ, यूट्यूब पे लगाइए कुछ. Yesterday I attended one of the very beautiful sessions, laughter, Bollywood laughter dance, international by Dr. Madan Kataria ji. तो उसमें था कि like we were dancing away to the Bollywood tunes and doing ho ho ha ha and exercises and all. एकदम से जिनको भी अगर stress या anger हो रहा होगा, आ रहा होगा, वो एकदम release हो गया होगा. It was a perfect treat for our body, for our mind and for our soul. So just take अच्छा सा कोई भी music लगा लो and just close your room if you want and just dance. थोड़ा सा when you start sweating, तो आपको खुद को लगेगा कि मेरी negative energy सारी की सारी चली गई है and I have become a better person. Stones into water, ponds तो हमारे आसपास नहीं है, but yes, maybe we can have a container and have certain pebbles and all, and we can put it. If it is not possible, leave this activity. Jump on an old egg boxes. This is also at times क्या होता है, कई लोगों ने तो इकट्ठे करके रखे हैं old egg boxes after once I shared with them. उसके ऊपर उन्होंने कोशिश करी एक पैर ऐसे करके and all, and they found it very funny also and amusing. तो उससे भी उनको थोड़ी हंसी भी आई, थोड़ा अच्छा भी लगा. Write down your feelings. Achha, we have already talked about writing the things in a diary, writing, maintaining an anger log. But and the anger log and writing the things in a diary, they are not to be thrown away. But when Otherwise, if you feel, you write it on a paper. You remember one of the movies, though I'm not here for promoting any of the movies, that was one of the favorite movies where I saw the heroine of the movie writing down the things and all, and then tearing it off and flushing it off away. And she got a very, very relaxed feeling after that. You may try that, and it really works. Old papers which are at your home, try to tear up, but tear up like, try to have a long shape, in rectangular shape, strips or something like that, so your mind will get focused towards that. Shout if you want. Shouting se bhi energy niklegi negative थोड़ी सी better. I would like to suggest, instead of shouting, what you can do is you start singing. You will feel very good. थोड़ा सा loudly sing करना, और ऐसे करना कि औरों को disturbance नहीं हो. Then when we talk, we cannot talk when we are angry, because उस समय पे हमारे मन में से कुछ negative, जो हमारा content होता है वो negative होता है. So that will not help you. So pretend as if you're talking to to a stationary item, maybe to the something, not to a person, but maybe a living or a non-living thing. This may sound absurd, but it really works. You can try it out. Next slide, please. Now, apart from this thing, we have many more. Art is a therapy. Um, I mean, let us not underestimate art as कि ये तो time pass है, बस ऐसी color करते हैं. No, it is a very powerful tool. Very powerful tool to get connected with yourself, seek solace, play with colors. And जब आप काम करते हैं colors के साथ में, तो आपका गुस्सा, and after that जब आप 1 घंटे बाद देखते हैं आपने कुछ create किया है, automatically आपका गुस्सा शांत हो जाता है. You feel on cloud 9. And बहुत अच्छी, बल्कि जिस पे आपको गुस्सा आया था, आप शायद उसी को सबसे पहले दिखाओगे कि देखो तुझ पे मुझे गुस्सा आया था, but see, this is what I have made, and I'm going to send a copy to you. So this is the therapeutic effect of art, which takes you or tries to connect you with yourself, and you're able to channelize your negative energy into something which is positive and appreciated by everyone. Next, please. So apart from this thing, art is a therapy. We have certain cool ways to manage anger. बहुत simple से हैं ये, कई इसमें से आप लोग शायद करते भी होंगे. Like, do exercises every day. Exercises, जब हम मॉर्निंग में, बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो मॉर्निंग वॉक के लिए जाते हैं, उनका कंपैरेटिवली गुस्सा कम, उन्हें कंपैरेटिवली गुस्सा कम आता है. और many of the boys, they want to do some maybe cycling work, और या थोड़ी अपनी फुटबॉल को ले जा करके बाहर थोड़ी देर के लिए उसके साथ खेलना चाहते हैं, maybe alone, by maintaining all by washing their hands and all after that. That's a very good way. And you can do meditation at home. Again, that is a way to get connected with yourself, and it does not gives you, in fact, it gives you a very good result after that. Meditation and mindful thinking, that is very important. Eat right. Yeah, it's a time tested thing, I must say. I mean, people have shared with me, and I have experienced it myself also. जब हम जंक ज्यादा खाते हैं, या बियॉन्ड लिमिट्स हो जाता है, या खाते हैं रेगुलर पैटर्न में ले लेते हैं, हमारा ब्रेन और हमारे थॉट्स भी कंपैरेटिवली वैसे आने शुरू हो जाते हैं. When we eat right, we eat light meals, good meals, and many times, I mean, maybe after every 3 hours, that's not a problem. When we eat right and not in front of television, take mind it, not in front of television, or not while playing on my mobile, or getting connected with my friends over Facebook or other social media, then I'm able to eat right. The quantity and the quality of food really matters over here. You can see the things working for yourself. जब हम बहुत heavy खाना खाते हैं, या बहुत लेट खाते हैं, रात के 1-2 बजे खा रहे हैं, automatically I'll feel lethargic. I'll get angry when I get up in the morning, because half of my good time of my day I've already lost it. So I'll have that feeling of incompetency. तो कहीं ना कहीं छोटी-छोटी बातों पे गुस्सा आना शुरू हो जाएगा, जो कि बड़ा होकर के एक अजीब सा रूप ले लेता है. Find fun distractions, fun ways to distract yourself, It can be maybe playing some games with my sibling, with my friend, something, or writing something, or maybe at times I'm trying to create something very very nutritious in the kitchen itself, and people will wonder, अरे आज क्या किया तुम लोगों ने, अरे वाह आज तो मेरा बेटा किचन के अंदर है, क्या बना रहे हो भाई, ये मैंने कल देखा था, मेरा मन कर रहा था. Do that, all that thing. वो आपको distract करेगा anger से, and you will come out with something really good. Peaceful music, again, it gives you a lot of solace, it gives you energy, and also not only just energy. In fact, आपको लगता है कि जब आप connect होते हैं अपने आप से, तो हमारा वो गुस्से वाला टाइम, गुस्से के लिए टाइम ही नहीं बचता. लगता है आप काम कर लिया, पढ़ाई कर ली हमने, जो जो काम कर रहे थे वो सब हो गए. लेट मी लिसन टू सम म्यूजिक. इनफैक्ट लेट मी सेट द अलमीरा. मैं अलमारी साफ करके लगा रही हूँ दोबारा से, तो मतलब क्या है कि आई कैन जस्ट स्विच ऑन द some music which is again a treat for my soul, for myself. It's like actually like a balm to myself, so which will help me a lot. Have set of friends. कई बार होता है कि हम जब गुस्सा कर रहे हैं या कुछ ऐसा कर रहे हैं, तो हमारे पास फ्रेंड सर्कल है जो हमें बहुत बार उकसा देता है. मतलब कहते हैं कि अरे उसने तुम्हें ऐसा कैसे कह दिया, चलो हम सब चलते हैं. और जब हम एक साथ होते हैं तो टुगेदर वी बिकम स्ट्रेंथ. और हमारी कई बार रैशनैलिटी हमारे ऊपर हावी हो, सॉरी इरैशनैलिटी हमारे ऊपर हावी हो जाती है, सोचने समझने की शक्ति खत्म हो जाती है. चूज योर फ्रेंड्स हु कैन गाइड यू एंड हु मेक यू फील गुड. अगर आप गुस्से में उनसे कुछ बात कह रहे हो तो वो आपको समझा सकें, rather than themselves getting provocated by the things and all and misguiding you. So have a good, and it's a luxury to have good friends. Invest in good friends. Owning a pet, fondling with them, playing with them, and talking to them. उनके ऊपर हाथ भी अगर हम फैला देते हैं तो एक हमें बहुत अच्छी फीलिंग आती है. We start getting that positive vibes. So if possible, it is not that you must have it, but if possible, but keep the corona times in mind. Maybe later on this part you can, if you want to really have a pet, you can request your parents for that. But otherwise, at present, I will suggest you not to go in for this thing, keeping your safety concerns in mind. Actually, now, one very important thing that I want to share with you all is there are anger issues, violent behavior, and there is a term I'm using. Just listen carefully. It is intermittent explosive disorder, IED. It's very normal for us to get angry. हम सब कभी ना कभी गुस्से में आते हैं. Our degree is generally in proportion to the situation, which communicates to everyone that something is wrong. But serious anger or violence, and that too coming out frequently, it may be a sign of intermittent explosive disorder. I'm using this acronym IED. It is the same one which is used for improvised explosive device in war. So you feel totally exhausted and embarrassed by your words if you are having this kind of a disorder in you. So personality disorder, or the increase in likelihood for the problem with angry or violent behavior, all these things, these people, they suffer from anxiety, depression as well. So this is a clinical term, and in case if the parents, they see that their children are showing such behavior, which can be placed in this category. I'm not asking you to label the child, but in case if you're finding that this is a situation, I will suggest you to please take the experts' help, seek professional help, because there is some sort of chemical imbalance for which only a clinical person can guide you in this direction. Do not delay, because it will not get over by itself. You need to pay attention and really work on creating the situations, and so that this type of anger outburst or violent behavior does not recur again and again. Now, as I've told you earlier about the breathing exercises, about the meditation part also, see how breathing exercises work. Basically, it helps to reduce the stress by lowering the cortisol levels. This is a hormone which is responsible for stress. and boosting the secretion of serotonin. This is a happy hormone. जब ये रिलीज होता है हमारी ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइजेस के साथ में, तो इट काम्स द नर्वस सिस्टम एंड हमारे ऑटोमेटिकली हमारे जो रिस्पॉन्सेज होते हैं सिचुएशंस के बड़े कामिंग इफेक्ट के साथ आते हैं. मतलब एंगर का फिर वहां नामो निशान नहीं रह जाता. People are very much aware of breathing exercises. They know, and it's no harm in even teaching your children about it, especially during the corona time and even later down also, because it has been found to be quite beneficial. So keeping all these things in mind, recently I came across one more thing, that is children or even the parents, they have a myth. You know, the first myth I would like to share is, I can't help myself. Anger is something I can't control. See, I would like to say that everyone can control the situation. And you can also control how you are expressing and how you're getting affected by the situation. You can do that part. So how you are responding to a particular situation is totally in your hands. So you can definitely help yourself. Then another myth that people have been sharing, that anger management is about how you can suppress your anger. No, it is not about suppressing the anger. It is about expressing it in socially desirable ways that I've shared earlier also. So the goal of anger management is to express anger in constructive ways. So keeping this thing in mind, which is again talked about and which is felt by most of the people, like how we can how we can manage our anger and all. I'm sure that these things, that whatever the pointers I have shared with you all, is really going to be helpful to you. Remember, everyone, that anger does not solve anything. It builds nothing, but it destroys everything. Make your anger so expensive that no one can afford it, and make your happiness so cheap that everyone can get it for free. Anger is a momentary madness, so why to get into it at all? Learn to manage your anger. Learn to get hold of the high reservoir of energy that you all have within yourself. And anger is a result of many years. It will take time. If you're working towards anger management, it will take some time to get control over it. But yes, I'm 100% sure that all of you can manage, those who plan to try to work towards this particular goal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really interesting session, and we also have a few questions. I'll also request once again to everyone, if you have any questions, please drop in your messages in chat box or in questions. Sorry, there was just an echo. So if anyone has any questions, you can drop the questions in chat box or in the questions box that we have. So the first question we have is from Gagandeep Kaur, who asks, sometimes there's nothing is happening, but we feel low and upset. Why does this happen? And it's generally our previous episode that happens next.
Okay, we all have good or bad memories associated with us. तो क्या होता है कि उन मेमोरीज के साथ जब हम कहीं ना कहीं उस चीज को या तो इतना टाइम नहीं देते, उनके बारे में कहीं जो अच्छी नहीं होती उन्हें, we try to suppress them. And it is what you can say is, anger is like if I'll compare it with an iceberg. Like, anger is on the top, it is on the tip of the iceberg, but there are a lot of associated emotions which are lying underneath. Like, it can be sadness, disappointment, loneliness, or embarrassment, past situation which has hurt me, a feeling of helplessness where I could not do much, or where I felt a lot of pain due to certain reasons, or I was insecure. मुझे पता ही नहीं चला कब कैसे ये insecurity मेरे अंदर आई, and I was tired, a lot of other things and all, or maybe someone has cheated upon me. All these emotions which are associated with anger, which has actually, they are lying under the deep currents. But the thing is, the reflection is via anger, and I don't know how to handle it. So it is fueled by different emotions at the times, or rather a combination of emotions. So it may trigger off with some spark. वो कहते हैं ना, छोटी सी अगर हमें चिंगारी दिखाई दी तो हमारा वो पूरा का पूरा ब्लास्ट हो जाता है. So I can get associated, I can associate myself because my brain doesn't understand. उसको नहीं समझ में आता कि इस चीज को हमें ये पुराना वो था तो इसके साथ हम association, मतलब it can draw the association between the past and the present. और अगर हमने इस चीज को मैनेज नहीं किया है ढंग से, तो what will happen is कि it will have a full-fledged blast. And I really don't know. और इसमें I would like to suggest you to do certain things, how to control this particular thing not to happen again. First of all, keep yourself busy, meaningfully busy, so that वो जो आपके वो नेगेटिव वाले जो इमोशंस हैं, वो अगर आए हैं, उनको एक पॉजिटिव के साथ कॉनोटेशन के साथ कर दीजिए. हम वी यूज एबीसी टेक्निक फॉर दैट. बेसिकली कि हमने क्या रीजन थे, क्यों आए, क्या बिलीव्स थे मेरे और क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस थे. आई एम वर्किंग ऑन दोज 3 लाइन्स. तो क्या है कि जब वो फीलिंग और ये आएंगे और इसको मैं एक स्ट्रक्चर दे दूंगी, मतलब अच्छा ऐसी सिचुएशन आई थी, मे बी आई वॉज रॉन्ग ओवर हियर, आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू रैशनलाइजेशन, जस्टिफिकेशन एंड ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट अ रियल कॉज व्हाई इट हैज एक्चुअली हैपेंड, व्हाट आई कुड हैव डन एट दैट टाइम. अगर मैं उस समय पे कंट्रोल इस तरह से कर लेती तो ठीक थी, बट राइट नाउ इट्स ओके. आई एम इन द प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो. आज की डेट में अगर ये सिचुएशन आएगी, आई एम वेल इक्विप्ड टू हैंडल दैट. तो वो उस इमोशन को, जो एंगर के जो रीजंस है, उसको मैं एक बार फेस करने की कोशिश करूंगी. फेस करने के बाद, उस चीज को फेस करने के बाद, आई विल डिस्कस विद माई सेल्फ. I think you will get the answer and you will find that it was not even worth thinking about it. या उस सिनेरियो में या उस टाइम पीरियड में it was okay. But now I have better ways to do or better things to do in my life rather than got struck upon by one particular instance which is again and again recurringly triggering that kind of an emotion. So self-management, anger management techniques will help you out with that. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question we have is, I always stop talking to the person on whom I'm angry. I know it's wrong, but can't control. What to do?
Okay, don't feel guilty about it if you stop talking. You know, एक हम कहते हैं time out, take a time out. तो उसमें क्या है कि time outs, these are very powerful techniques or tools of relationship. जहां पर ये जो हमारे anger के outbursts हो रहे हैं ना, ये disagreements हो रहे हैं जो एक दूसरे के साथ में. तो what I will do is, when I'm having a time out, just a second, when I'm having a time out, what I will do is I will try to So when I'm having a time out, what I will do is I will get away from that situation. थोड़ी देर के लिए मैंने अपना सर्किट काट दिया. जैसे अगर आपने अभी देखा होगा, थोड़ा सा मैंने अभी हल्का सा सर्किट काट दिया था. That was just to demonstrate, just to tell you कि अगर कहीं पे मैंने थोड़ी देर के लिए सर्किट काट दिया, तो वो एंगर का जो मेरा चैनलाइजेशन इधर उधर हो रहा है ना, वो नहीं होगा. वो मैं अपना गुस्सा जो निकालना चाहूंगी, वो मैं नहीं निकालूंगी. मैं उसको अपने आप को थोड़ा टाइम दूंगी, बिकॉज आई एम टेकिंग अ पॉजिटिव टाइम आउट. मैं सिचुएशन से निकल गई. थोड़े टाइम बाद जब मैं कूल डाउन होंगी, देन आई विल अगेन गेट बैक आफ्टर थिंकिंग रैशनली. क्योंकि जब व्हेनेवर आई एम एंग्री, मेरा क्या होता है कि रैशनल माइंड काम नहीं करता. तो when I get back to the situation, I will think about it. अच्छा, उसने मुझे कॉपी नहीं दी थी, या फिर he selected some other person in the group of people who had to be nominated for a particular event. तो मेरे को क्यों नहीं किया था? Then when I will get back of my rational mind, I will ask myself and say, okay, शायद मेरी इंग्लिश इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, या फिर मेरा फ्लो ऑफ थॉट्स इतना अच्छा नहीं आता. And it is a very important competition जहां पर स्कूल पूरी तरीके से responsible है. It is my school's image will be at stake. So I'll start thinking rationally and try to understand the other person's perspective, which is actually not possible जब मेरी बातचीत भी चल रही है and I don't want to fake my emotions also. I'm not feeling good, still I'm saying good words to them. No. And one more thing is there, always remember, friends are there to support everyone in their good or bad times. तो अगर फ्रेंड है आपका तो वो समझेगा कि एक दो दिन से मेरे से बात नहीं कर रहा, तो कोई रीजन है, उसको थोड़ा सोच लेने दो, समझ जाने दो, तो फिर आई विल पुट फॉर्थ माय व्यूज। तो ये कम्युनिकेशन थोड़ी देर के लिए खत्म होने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, पर हाँ अगर लॉन्ग टर्म कम्युनिकेशन गैप आना शुरू होता है तो वो एक रिजेंटमेंट बन जाती है दोनों तरफ से, यू आर नॉट गेटिंग कनेक्टेड, और कनेक्टिविटी जब लूज होगी तो क्या होगा कि आप दोनों के बीच में दोस्ती में दरार आएगी। तो डोंट कैरी फॉरवर्ड इट फॉर वेरी लॉन्ग, शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए ओके, बल्कि जब आप बहुत अच्छे हैप्पी मूड में है ना, आपस में बातचीत भी जब करते हैं उस समय पे डिस्कस कर लीजिए और कहिए कि देखो जब मेरे को गुस्सा आता है ना, मैं शायद एक दो दिन बात ना करूं, तो इट्स ओके, तुम भी मत करना, क्योंकि उस समय ना मैं पता नहीं मुझे क्या हो जाता है, ऐसा लगता है कि मैं सब कुछ तहस नहस कर दूं, या आई शुड से दीज वर्ड्स टू यू। तो दूसरा कहेगा हाँ हाँ मुझे भी ऐसा ही लगता है। आई मीन बी अ काउंसलर टू ईच अदर, और गुड फ्रेंड्स आर फॉर मेंट फॉर रेजिंग ईच अदर, ईच वन ऑफ अस नो, वो एक दूसरे की स्ट्रेंथ पे हम उठते हैं, तो दोनों समझ जाएंगे कि अब ये 2 दिन बात नहीं कर रहा, तीसरा भी दिन आ गया, अब क्या करें, 2 दिन तो कहा था, तीसरे दिन तो था ही नहीं हमारे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में, नाउ व्हाट टू डू। तो अब उसमें धीरे धीरे मैसेजेस से शुरुआत हो जाएगी, हेलो कैसे है, अच्छा मेरे को ये था, पॉजिटिव नोट के साथ लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द कन्वर्सेशन। डोंट एवर लूज अपॉन, इवन दिस इज माय वर्ड टू एवरीवन, to the parents, teachers and students, never break on the communication part, because you lose a good relationship after that. Discuss, share, but उसके लिए वेट करिए, थोड़ा रैशनैलिटी को आने दीजिए, सोचने समझने की शक्ति अपनी उसको बरकरार रखिए, फिर काम करिए। यस,
We are almost towards the end of the sessions. So as Rumit sir mentioned, you all can join in the WhatsApp group where we will keep posting updates regarding the upcoming Mentor-Pine sessions. And we have these sessions every week. So looking forward to have you all in the next sessions as well. We also have currently the LEAD Awards going on. This is an entirely virtual program that we have, and it is for students of 8th to 11th grade. You can visit our website. I'll just drop in the website in the chat box and you can know more about LEAD Awards. So we are towards the end of the sessions. If anyone has any other questions, please drop in the chat box or the questions tab. Otherwise, we will just end this webinar and looking forward to have you all in the upcoming Mentor-Pine sessions. Thank you, ma'am. It was really great to have you again with us on LEAD Mentor-Pine, and it was pleasure listening to you regarding anger management. A lot of the points were very relatable. The examples were very good. I really hope that it has helped all the participants, and it would have. I think Gagandeep has already praised you for the informative session. So thank you so much. And Jumit sir, anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, of course. So again, it was a very nice topic, because nowadays, because of this pandemic, and we all are stuck in our house for the safety of ourselves and other people. So sometimes it may happen that we change. There is a lot many change in our behavior, because अब तक हम बहुत सारा लोगों से मिलते रहे, अब एक सिचुएशन में ज्यादा स्टक होके रह गए. So I think this is one of the best session, and ma'am, you explained very nicely, and thanks a lot to be with us. Again, I have a request for the teachers, parents, and the students. We have a similar program called Pine, where teenagers, like students from grade 8 to 12, came there. It is hosted by the students only. Every week we decide one topic, the current topic, whatever students want to share their opinion on. तो वहाँ पे वो सारे students आते हैं, they are sharing their opinion. So I think this is the best window, and it is a free of cost again. So it is a best window for the students, जहाँ पे वो आके अपना ओपिनियन शेयर करना देखे. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हमारे बच्चे इतना मे बी इतना प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं मिलता, या कई बार वो इतना शाय होते हैं वो कभी बोलते नहीं है. So I suggest to the parents and teachers कि please ask them to join that Opine session, क्योंकि बाकी उनके एज के बच्चों को देखने से, उनको जब देखेंगे, उनको जब ऑब्जर्व करेंगे, then they feel confident within their self कि अच्छा ये पॉइंट तो मैं भी रख सकता हूँ. And no doubt that lead team will be always there to help them and guide them. And we also give chance to student to host whole session, so it is for the students, by the students, and of the students. So I'll request all the teachers, parents, and educators to ask your students to join this Pine program. It is every week on Wednesday, 6 to 7 or 5:30 to 6:30. उसका भी एक WhatsApp group है, so I'll definitely share the request Shivani to share the link, ताकि बाकी जो students है वो वहाँ पे आ सके. उस ग्रुप में थोड़ा सा chaos रहता है, because बहुत सारे students and they are always eager to share their suggestions and topics. तो वहां पे आपको केओस मिलेगा, मेंटोपाइन में आपको नहीं मिलेगा बिकॉज इट इज फॉर द पेरेंट्स ओनली, but it is a very good opportunity. And as I said that registration of 8th lead award will be about to close. So it is a combination of psychometric tests, training programs, leadership interaction, virtual challenges, and jury panel and leadership interactions. तो यहाँ पे आपके बच्चों को बहुत सारा अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलेगा टू एक्सप्लोर देयर पोटेंशियल्स, टू अंडरस्टैंड विद अ वेरी साइंटिफिक वे. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि आपने सिर्फ कैंप में भेज दिया और मजे करके जाएंगे. दे विल अंडरस्टूड अबाउट देयर ओन पोटेंशियल, उसको कैसे यूज करना है, एंड दे विल गेट अ वेरी गुड प्लेटफॉर्म जहां पे वो अपने आप को डेमोन्स्ट्रेट कर सके. So I'll request all the parents and teachers, अगर हो सके तो please ask your students to join that lead award as well. It is a one time investment and I think one of the biggest gift for your child. आप उसको बाकी सारी गिफ्ट दे सकते हैं, लेकिन ये कुछ ऐसी गिफ्ट होगी जो स्किल डेवलपमेंट की होगी, जो लाइफ लॉन्ग आपके बच्चे के साथ रहेगी. So this is just a request. It is completely up to you. आप और डिटेल्स जानना चाहे तो शिवानी have already shared the link for the lead awards. तो आप वहां से भी देख सकते हैं. You can call us at any time. And it is a wonderful session, ma'am. Thank you very much. And thank you very much all the teachers, parents, students, and youngsters to participate and attend this lead mentor session. Thanks a lot and see you soon.